Hello everyone, welcome to Gent Plays, and today's video is going to be very, very different from the sort of video that I normally make. This channel is normally a family-friendly gaming let's play channel, and I'm sure some of you who are watching this may know that already. Today, I'm actually doing a video that I'm just doing it because I had the idea while I was out the other day, and I thought I've got to do this video. I just have to. I just want to try it, just to do this video, even though it doesn't quite match with my regular audience. I still want to just get it out there, get it all out on the table, and then go back to regularly scheduled programming. So, what I'm doing today is I'm going to figure out who will get the throne in Game of Thrones, the TV show, through the eyes of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of my favorite games right now, and I think it's perfect to be able to figure out who's going to get the Iron Throne, because it gives us an opportunity to pit characters against each other. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna pit characters against each other until we get one winner, and that person is the person that will win the Iron Throne. So here's how I did it, okay? I'm deciding to do a tournament between level 9 CPU characters with one stock. They will fight each other out until there is only one left. Now, quick warning, upcoming is probably going to be some spoilers, maybe, for Game of Thrones. If you're not caught up until and including the second episode of the final season of Game of Thrones, you may want to click off the video now, if you actually care about spoilers and want to make sure that it doesn't go into your little brain and you won't be able to forget it forever and it's going to ruin the experience for you. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already caught up, all good. Keep watching, we're all good, let's figure this out together. So how did I choose the characters? I went to Reddit, and on Reddit they have a throne pool on the side, and it has the top 16 characters that people think are most likely to get the Iron Throne, or they most want to get the Iron Throne. So I took those characters, I plopped them on into my sheet, and those are the characters we're going to be using. So here are the characters that will be fighting out in the tournament. Jon Snow. By the way, this is in order of popularity from first to last. Jon Snow, number 1. Number 2 is Daenerys. Number 3 is Tyrion. Number 4 is Arya. Number 5 is Nobody. Number 6 is Sansa. Number 7 is the Night King. Number 8 is Gendry. Number 9 is Jaime. Number 10 is Sam. 11 is Bran. 12 is Cersei. 13 is Lyanna, sorry. Hopefully I don't screw up some of these names. 14 is Missandei. 15 is Theon. And 16 is Euron. Now you may be asking some questions about some of the names in there. You may be like, how are they gonna be, they can't win the Iron Throne, because we're gonna get to some of that stuff, okay? But I will tell you the answer to this. This is probably the most definitive theory on Game of Thrones. People can have their theories of, oh, this character's gonna get it because of this. This is proof of which character's gonna get it, because Smash Brothers is the best way to determine this. So, I tried to match up each character from Game of Thrones with a character from Super Smash Brothers. This is my weird reasoning. I'm only a casual Game of Thrones fan, so I'm doing this mostly from memory of the characters. So it's gonna be shaky, but that's okay, alright? You're just gonna have to follow my logic. So here we go. I'm gonna go from top to bottom again, why I chose each character for each character. Let's start with Jon Snow. For Jon Snow, I chose Joker. Now, why did I choose Joker? You know, this is one of the worst ones, I think. I was looking at the characters. I could not decide on one for Joker. For Jon Snow, I think I left Jon Snow to last. My reasoning was they sort of look similar with the black hair, and they're both, I would argue, pretty big protagonists of their franchise. But that doesn't really say much, because protagonists are everywhere in Super Smash Brothers. I think I was just stretching it at that point, but I'm choosing Jon Snow is Joker. Next up, Daenerys. Daenerys, I was choosing between two different characters. I was choosing between Zelda and Ridley. The reason is, Ridley, I thought, you know, Daenerys has a dragon, so dragons fight for her. So I was gonna have Ridley, who's like a dragon thing, fight for her. But Zelda is like a princess, sort of like Daenerys. And so I thought the princessness would come out of her. I don't know what that means, but you know, that was the princess side of it. So I had to decide between princess and the dragon. I decided on Zelda. So Zelda is who's going to be fighting for Daenerys. Next up, we have Tyrion. Tyrion was difficult, but if we have to sum him up, we know he's probably not very good at fighting, and that he's a short guy. So I chose Little Mac, okay? Because Little Mac is known as one of the worst characters in the game right now, and also he's little. Next up, we have Arya. Arya, I chose Lucina, just because their fighting styles to me are very similar. Obviously, it's changed. Arya used to fight a lot with, you know, the rapier sword type thing, and now she's more of like a stealth attack thing. But I still think when I think of Arya, the first thing I think of is her sword training with a small sword, and the way she fights reminds me a lot of the way Lucina fights. That's the way it works in my head, so I chose Lucina for her. Next up, we have Nobody. So, on Reddit, you can actually say, I think Nobody's gonna win the throne, and it is a possibility, but I thought, who's gonna represent Nobody? So what I did is, I took the biggest Nobody that I know, me, and I put me in there. So, it's a me fighter. He looks a little bit like this, and see how that me fighter looks like me? Yeah. That's who's gonna be fighting. Next up, we have Sansa. Sansa is going to be Daisy. Honestly, that one is just the sort of look, the long flowing dress, the hair, the sort of princess-esque like thing going on. Next up, we have the Night King. Now, again, this is gonna be a spoiler. If you watch the second episode, you're gonna be like, but the Night King died. How is the Night King gonna get the Iron Throne? I don't know. I'm just going off of the names that I got. Maybe the Night King didn't die. Maybe there's a new Night King. Maybe he'll rise from the grave somehow, even though there's no grave for him to rise from and he was already dead in the first place. Who cares? The point is, if Night King wins this, Night King definitely gets the throne, okay? It's definitive. So, I was choosing for the Night King between Dark Samus and the Ice Climbers. Dark Samus because he has the sort of aesthetic, or she has the sort of aesthetic that the Night King has. You know, that sort of ominous, cool, not really speaking vibe to her. And the Ice Climbers simply because they are ice characters. I thought Dark Samus seemed to fit the vibe I was going for a lot more, so I've chosen Dark Samus. For Gendry, I chose Link simply because Gendry's a blacksmith, Link has a sword. Sort of a basic comparison. There wasn't really much else I could work with. For Jaime, I thought, the first thing I thought of when I thought of Jaime is I thought, he's missing a hand. Is there a character that's missing a hand? I couldn't think of one. Maybe there is, but I could not think of a character that's missing a hand. So instead, I chose Wolf, who's missing an eye. Next up, we have Sam. Now, I'm just going off of my first thoughts here, but Sam's a little bit of a bigger guy, and he gives me a lot of a King Dedede vibe, because he also has that sort of, like, when he's happy, he gives a very, like, joyous energy off of him, and that same joyous energy, I think, is in King Dedede. And also, you can underestimate Sam, and you can underestimate King Dedede, because King Dedede sort of trolls you, and Sam sort of is the first one to kill a White Walker. Then we have Bran. Now, I thought Bran, he's the three-eyed raven, he's got all those visions. Who else has visions? Shulk, I think, has visions. I'm not familiar with Shulk in, I think he's a Xenoblade character, right? I'm not familiar with the Xenoblade franchise very much, but as far as I can tell from the Smash Bros. Lore, Shulk has visions, so therefore, Bran, Shulk, they go together in my mind. Cersei was really difficult, because I didn't know, honestly, I was thinking like maybe Zelda, but I ended up wanting to use Zelda for Daenerys, so I didn't use Zelda for Cersei. So, instead, I decided on Zero Suit Samus, simply because if we looked at all the characters, Zero Suit Samus always has that sort of glare, you know, that sort of glare where she thinks she's better than you. It didn't focus on this amiibo as much as I tried to do it. Lyanna, again, you may have been watching the latest episode and you might go, how is Lyanna gonna win? Doesn't matter, whatever. Lyanna, honestly, all I think is that she's a little girl, and who else is a little girl? Isabel, sort of. She's a small girl. It works. Honestly, they're just both cute, but don't underestimate them. That's what I was thinking. Getting to the final 3 here. Missandei, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. It's been a long time since I've heard them say her name. I always glaze over when I hear it. She's the translator lady, right? She was at some point at least the translator for Daenerys. Honestly, again, I'm a casual Game of Thrones fan. I missed a lot of details, but she was a translator for Daenerys at some point. And so I thought of that as like Daenerys is here. She's like right here. She's sort of like she was the body between Daenerys. You know, you see Missandei before you get to Daenerys. I'm just basically justifying the fact that I chose Sheik for Missandei. Now, it doesn't really make sense because Sheik and Zelda are the same person. But in my mind, Sheik defends Zelda. Missandei defends Daenerys, even though she doesn't. Doesn't matter. Final 2, Theon. Theon, I actually had to ask people. I was playing board games with people. I asked them what they thought, who they thought should be Theon. And someone said Crom. Because, according to him, Crom is a high-profile character that was relegated to the sides. And that is the same as Theon. Don't take my word for it. Take it from this random guy who you don't even know. And finally, some of these I may not have to even describe why I chose them because they just match so well. Euron, Wario. So now that all of that's done, I think we're ready to jump into the battles. I haven't seen them yet. I'm going to be watching them live with you guys. And let's see how they go. Okay, here we go with the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Iron Throne Tournament. First up, we've got Jon Snow versus Euron Greyjoy. Let's see who takes this one. I'm hoping for Jon Snow because I think Jon Snow is a favorite for a lot of us. And honestly, I want him to take the throne at the end of the whole show. Oh, Euron almost didn't survive that. Oh! Oh my gosh, what an upset! Whoa! Jon Snow had that for the whole time, but Euron ended up taking it. So Jon Snow was knocked out in the first round. Now we have Tyrion versus Missandei. Here we go. Oh! Oh! Tyrion took it! Yes! Good job, Tyrion. We have Cersei versus Nobody. Remember, my me will be representing Nobody in this battle. So, if I win, Nobody has more of a chance of winning the throne than than Cersei does. Okay, Nobody ended up dying by his own stupidity, I guess. So, I guess that makes sense. The Ice King, or the Night King rather, versus Sam. I think we know how this one's gonna go. Sam's killed White Walkers. He can probably kill the Night King. Oh, Sam, good job. Okay, Sam beat the Night King. We're up to the other side where we have Daenerys versus, I forgot who Crom is. Theon. Daenerys versus Theon. Oh, that takes her out. Theon took out Daenerys. All right, the two fan favorites, Daenerys and Jon Snow, they're both out of the running. We have Arya versus Lyanna. I did not expect to see Arya taking a beating like this. Oh my gosh. Lyanna just wiped the floor with Arya. All right, next up we have Sansa versus Bran. It's 150% to 5%. That's it. Bran took it. What's his face versus the other guy? Jaime versus Gendry. Gendry is Link. Jaime is Wolf. Okay. Gendry took it. Sorry, Jaime. Gendry was too good for you. Okay, we've got an interesting lineup going on here. Euron versus Tyrion. I really hope Euron doesn't make it much further in this tournament because I would hate it if he got the Iron Throne. So come on, Tyrion. I hope you take him out this round. I'm so disappointed that he already took out Joker. I mean, Jon Snow. Okay, that was a short round. Tyrion just let himself fall to his death. So Euron took it again. Oh my gosh, please don't let Euron win. Please don't let Euron win. Next on the list, we have Cersei versus Sam. I'm hoping for Sam to win, but I think a lot of these are disappointments, a lot of these matches. I really hope this one's not, but They have been so far. What is happening? Whoa, is this gonna be it? That's it! That's it! Sam took it. Theon versus Lyanna. Lyanna's not giving up. Lyanna's not giving up. Anyone could take this one. Oh my gosh. Lyanna took it. Bran versus Gendry. Oh! Oh, Gendry! Wow, that was a pretty long match. So in the semifinals, we've got Euron versus Sam. I don't want Euron to win. Euron might 0 to death Sam. Oh my gosh. Oh no, okay. He got a hit. Sam got a hit out on him. I really want Sam to take this. Oh my gosh, he didn't. Euron got it. One of my least favorite characters. The final semifinals, we have Gendry versus Lyanna. Oh, Gendry! He got the kick on Lyanna! Gendry takes it! This is not the final two that I expected. I am hoping for a Gendry victory, but truly I have no idea. So far, Gendry's playing a good game here. Oh my gosh, that was a good move though. That was a good combo. This is so close. This is... I don't know how this is gonna go, because they're both playing well. Oh! My gosh. Euron Greyjoy took the Iron Throne. I mean... Wow. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Your proof that Euron Greyjoy will be the holder of the Iron Throne. I don't want to accept it, but that's how it is. Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, there you have it. Not much more info I can give you. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for watching this wonderful video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to give the video a like. It really helps me out. And make sure to subscribe for bi-daily content. Every 2 days there's a new video. And it's worth sticking around for. But they're way different to this video. But let me know if you like this sort of video, because who knows what will happen. So thanks for watching, guys. And as always, stay perfect, stay positive.